If you don't listen to this, you'll likely be in the exact same financial place 5 years from now. Same paycheck, same stress, same broken money habits. The truth is, wealth isn't about luck, it's about rules. And the rich play by a different set of rules than everyone else. This audiobook will show you how to build real wealth from absolutely nothing. Not through lottery wins or overnight success, but by mastering the mindset, discipline, and systems the wealthy live by every single day. If you're tired of being broke, this is your wake-up call. Let's rebuild your financial life from the ground up. Starting right now, let's get something straight from the very beginning. Wealth does not start with money. It starts with mindset. If your mind is broke, your money will always follow. If you think small, your bank account will stay small. If you think like a spender, you'll live like a debtor. The first step to building wealth isn't a new job, a side hustle, or an investment. It's this: you must stop thinking like a broke person. Being broke is temporary. Thinking broke is permanent. Millions of people are broke today, but only a few will stay that way, because most won't change how they think about money. The broke mindset says, I can't afford it. The wealth mindset asks, how can I afford it? That one question changes everything. It turns a financial wall into a financial challenge. It forces your brain to search for opportunity instead of excuses. Here's the truth. Every wealthy person you admire started with this mental shift. They stopped waiting for more money and started thinking like owners, investors, builders. You can't act rich before you think rich. You can't build wealth with the same thought patterns that created struggle. Money follows belief. Money follows direction. Money follows discipline, not dreams. Let's call it out. The broke person's playbook looks like this. Earn, spend, repeat. They trade their time for money. They use money to buy comfort. They justify bad habits with phrases like, I deserve this, or it's just a little treat. They measure success by what they can show off, not by what they can invest. They live paycheck to paycheck, not because they don't earn enough, but because they don't think like someone building a financial foundation. Here's the secret. Most people don't have an income problem. They have a behavior problem. You've seen it. Someone gets a raise, and within a week, their lifestyle expands. New car, new clothes, new bills. The broke mindset says, more money means I can buy more. The wealth mindset says, more money means I can own more. The rich use money to buy time. The broke use time to chase money. That's the difference. That's the pivot. Ask yourself this. Who do you believe you are financially? Because your identity drives your habits, and your habits shape your wealth. If you see yourself as someone who just gets by, you'll make decisions that keep you there. If you see yourself as a builder, an investor, a person who multiplies resources, your behavior shifts instantly. It's not about affirmations. It's about alignment. Wealthy people act like stewards of money. Broke people act like victims of it. The difference? Responsibility. The wealthy take full ownership. They don't say, the system is rigged. They say, then I'll learn how the system works. They don't say, I can't save. They say, where's my money leaking? You have to decide today. Are you a consumer or a creator of wealth? That decision alone changes how you handle every dollar. Let's break this down practically. You have $100. A broke person sees $100 as spending power. A wealthy person sees $100 as seed capital. A broke person says, I can go out to dinner. A wealthy person says, I can buy one share of ownership. A broke person spends. A wealthy person multiplies. Same $100. Different mindset. Different outcome. Multiply that behavior by 10 years, and you get 2 completely different lives. That's how money actually works. Money goes where it's respected. Money grows where it's directed. And money leaves where it's wasted. Every dollar you touch is a soldier. You can send it to die or send it to work. You decide. You have a choice with every dollar. That's the truth most people ignore. Modern culture glorifies consumption. Social media teaches you to show wealth, not grow it. We've been trained to look rich, not be rich. But real wealth is quiet. It doesn't need validation. The broke mindset needs attention. The wealthy mindset needs direction. Understand this. Every flex costs future freedom. Every unnecessary purchase delays independence. Wealth isn't built by buying, it's built by owning. Every dollar you don't spend today is another dollar that can compound tomorrow. You don't need permission to build wealth. You don't need the perfect job, perfect timing, or a miracle. You need discipline. Discipline over desire. Ownership over impulse. Patience over pride. That's how the wealthy think. How do you stop thinking like a broke person? You reprogram your brain. Step 1. Track every dollar. Awareness creates control. What you don't track, you can't change. Step 2. Delay gratification. Don't reward yourself with debt. Reward yourself with growth. Step 3. Talk differently about money. Replace I can't with I will. Replace someday with today. Replace bills with investments. You're not just paying rent, you're buying peace. You're not just saving money, you're building leverage. You're not just cutting expenses, you're creating freedom. Language matters, because language reveals belief. And belief drives behavior. Wealthy people operate inside a loop. They earn, they save, they invest, they repeat. That repetition builds momentum. Broke people operate in the opposite loop. They earn, they spend, they owe, they repeat. Different loop, different outcome. The goal is to break your current loop. Step outside of survival mode. Rebuild your financial identity around long-term creation, not short-term consumption. Remember this phrase. Money respects systems, not wishes. That's the truth that separates financial winners from financial wanderers. Here's your assignment. For the next 7 days, question every financial decision you make. Every single one. Ask yourself, does this make me richer or poorer? If it makes you poorer, pause. If it makes you richer, double down. Do this long enough, and you'll notice something. Your awareness changes. Your confidence grows. You begin to feel in control, because you are. That's when your bank account starts following your behavior, not the other way around. You don't need a financial miracle. You need consistent, intelligent decisions. You need daily awareness. That's the foundation of real wealth. You've learned that wealth begins in the mind, that money respects discipline, not dreams. Now it's time to address the next trap, the one that keeps millions of people stuck no matter how hard they work. You can't build freedom if you're still selling your time. Let's get brutally honest. If your income stops when you stop working, you're trapped. You might be smart, talented, hardworking, but you're still trapped in the time for money system. And that system was never designed to make you wealthy. It was designed to keep you comfortable enough to keep showing up. Trading time for money is survival. Building systems that make money without you, that's wealth. Let's break this all the way down. Since childhood, you were programmed to think linear. Work hard, get a job, earn a paycheck, repeat. That's not a wealth formula. That's a dependence formula. You were never taught to own. You were taught to earn. You were never taught to multiply. You were taught to trade. Trading time for money sounds safe. It feels predictable. But here's the truth. It's a trap disguised as stability. When you trade time for money, you cap your income at 24 hours. You can't scale time. You can't duplicate yourself. The rich don't sell hours, they buy hours. They use money to create leverage. They use leverage to create freedom. If you don't learn leverage, You'll spend your life working hard for someone who did. That's how the system actually works. Let me show you how most people stay trapped. They work for 40 hours. They get paid for 40 hours. Then they spend that paycheck on bills, comfort, and entertainment. The very things that keep them coming back for another 40 hours. That's the cycle. Earn, spend, repeat. They think they're living, but they're only surviving. They're caught in a loop, one that keeps them dependent on someone else's system. And here's the painful truth. It doesn't matter if you earn $15 an hour or $150,000 a year. If your income stops when you stop, you're still on the treadmill. You're still renting your life in exchange for money. That's not freedom. That's a slow financial prison with a nice view that lets redefine how money should work. Wealthy people use this simple equation. Money times time equals leverage. When you combine money and time strategically, you create systems that keep paying you. That's the game. The rich don't ask, "How much can I make per hour?" They ask, "How can I get paid whether I'm working or not?" They build machines, not just careers. They own assets, not just job titles. Every wealthy person has systems working in the background. Businesses running without their daily input. Investments compounding automatically. Digital products earning while they sleep. That's leverage. And leverage is the great equalizer. You don't need millions to start. You need clarity, patience, and discipline. Because money follows discipline, not dreams that let's crush a myth. Hard work does not make you rich. If it did, every construction worker, nurse, and teacher would be a millionaire. Hard work creates income. Leverage creates freedom. And freedom, not money, is the real goal. Working hard is honorable. But working endlessly for others is not noble, it's limiting. Your goal isn't to escape work, it's to escape dependency. To build something that keeps working even when you rest. Because if your life depends on your labor, you'll never get to live it. That's the harsh truth most people never face. Let's talk about leverage, the one word most people never master. There are 3 types of leverage. 1. Automation. Systems, software, and tools that do repetitive work for you. Think of a YouTube video that keeps earning views years after you post it. That's automated leverage. You did the work once, and it keeps paying you. 2. Ownership. Owning assets, stocks, real estate, intellectual property, businesses that appreciate or pay dividends. Every share, every rental, every royalty check means money that doesn't require your time. 3. Delegation. People leverage. Hiring or outsourcing tasks that free you to focus on high-value moves. That's how you multiply output without multiplying effort. You use tools, capital, and people, not just time. That's the new currency of wealth. So, how do you break out of the time for money trap? You start small. You start where you are. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. Step 1. Build a financial foundation. Save aggressively. Cut expenses. Buy time. Every dollar you keep buys you freedom. Step 2. Create a second stream. Use your free time to build an asset, not waste it scrolling. Start a digital product, an online service, a piece of content, or learn a skill that scales, something that pays beyond the hour. Step 3. Reinvest your income into assets. Don't just save, deploy your money. Turn idle cash into working capital. Put it in index funds, real estate, or your own systems. Your goal is simple. Replace your earned income with passive or leveraged income, one stream at a time. It won't happen overnight, but it will happen faster than you think if you stay disciplined. Because this is how money actually works. Here's the ultimate formula for escaping the trap. Earn, save, invest, repeat. That's the wealth loop. Each step multiplies the next. Each decision buys you a little more time, a little more freedom, a little more control. Every hour you spend building leverage moves you one step closer to independence. And remember, the goal is not early retirement. The goal is control. Control of your time. Control of your choices. Control of your financial destiny. That's what real wealth feels like. Most people will never escape the trap because they crave comfort more than control. They'll say things like, "I don't have time to start a side business." But they'll spend 3 hours a night watching someone else live theirs. They'll say, "I can't afford to invest." But they'll afford every new gadget that keeps them broke. They'll say, "I just need a raise." But raises don't fix dependency, they strengthen it. Because if you depend on a paycheck, you're not free. Freedom starts when your money starts working harder than you do. You can't build wealth if you keep building someone else's. That's the shift you have to make, from employee to investor, from laborer to owner, from consumer to creator. It's not about income. It's about behavior. And that's the difference between broke and wealthy. You've now seen the truth. Trading time for money is not wealth, it's survival. Wealth comes from leverage, ownership, and systems that work when you don't. Now that you understand the importance of building income that works for you, it's time to take control of the fuel behind it all, your cash flow. Because money isn't power until you control where it goes. Chapter 3. Control the cash flow or get controlled by it. If you don't control your cash flow, someone else will. Simple, brutal, true. Cash flow is the bloodstream of your financial life. And right now, for most people, it's bleeding out every single month, quietly, invisibly, and consistently. You cannot build wealth if your cash flow leaks. You cannot invest what you don't control. You cannot escape financial stress while your money is being hijacked by habits, bills, and blind spending. Wealth doesn't come from earning more. Wealth comes from keeping more and directing it like a commander leading an army. This is how money actually works. Point 1. The harsh truth about cash flow. Most people don't have a money problem. They have a cash flow control problem. Here's what happens. They get paid. They pay everyone else first. The landlord, the car company, the streaming services, the restaurants. And what's left? Almost nothing. Then they say, "I can't save." Of course you can't. Because you've built a system that guarantees you never will. Here's the truth. If you don't control your income, someone else's system will. And their system is built for their profit, not your freedom. That's why you must flip the script. Stop living by default. Start living by design. You have a choice with every dollar. Every single one. And that choice determines whether your money serves you or enslaves you. 2. The rule the rich live by: pay yourself first. Every wealthy person on earth follows one golden rule. Pay yourself first, not last, not when there's something left. First, always. When you get paid, the first transaction you make should be paying the person who matters most, you. That's not greed. That's financial self-respect. It doesn't matter how much you earn. What matters is how much you keep, and how consistently you direct it into assets. 10%, 15%, 20%, whatever your number is, automate it. Make it non-negotiable. Because if you wait until the end of the month to save, there will never be anything left. Money follows direction, not intention. You don't save what's left over. You save what's scheduled. That's the difference between broke and wealthy. 3. The personal profit system. You need a personal profit system. Because if you run your household without one, you're not managing money. You're surviving. Here's how it works. Step 1. Income. List every source of money you have. Job, side hustle, dividends, anything. That's your inflow. Step 2. Profit first. Immediately move 20% of that income into a wealth account. This is sacred. It's not for bills. Not for emergencies, not for vacations. This is your investment fuel, the seed for future income streams. Step 3. fixed essentials. This is rent, food, transportation, the real needs, not the wants. Keep these lean. Keep them efficient. Step 4. Discretionary spending. This is where most people destroy their wealth. Impulse, comfort, convenience. Set a limit, and when that limit's reached, you stop. Period. Step 5. Automation. Remove willpower from the equation. Automate transfers. Automate savings. Automate investments. If your wealth depends on your mood, you'll stay broke. Money follows systems, not motivation. You build wealth by engineering behavior, not by trying harder. 4. Plug the leaks. If you want to get rich, find the leaks. Every dollar you waste is a dollar that could have been working for you. Go through your statements line by line. Every subscription, every recurring charge, every just a few bucks transaction. Ask yourself, does this make me richer or poorer? If it makes you poorer, cut it without emotion. You don't need to sacrifice everything. You need to prioritize, because every dollar has a job, and your job is to assign it properly. This isn't about living cheap. It's about living intentional. You can't manage what you don't measure. You can't grow what you don't control. And that's how most people lose their future, one untracked transaction at a time. 5. The 20% rule that builds financial freedom. Let's talk about the 20% rule, one of the simplest, most powerful wealth strategies ever created. Here it is. Redirect 20% of your income into assets every single month, no matter what. Not sometimes. Not when things are easy. Every month. That 20% becomes your freedom fund. It becomes your investment engine. That's how you replace 100% of your job income over time. Not through luck, not through windfalls, but through compounding consistency. Let's do the math. If you make $4,000 a month and invest $800 every month into assets that grow at 10% per year, in 10 years, you'll have over $150,000 working for you. But the real magic happens next, because that $150,000 keeps earning. While you sleep, while you rest, while others spend. That's the difference between earning income and owning income. Wealth is not built in bursts. It's built in patterns. And consistency compounds faster than intelligence. Point 6. The cash flow mindset. You need to start thinking like a CFO, the chief financial officer of your own life. Ask yourself every day, where's my money flowing? Who benefits from it most? Is it your future or someone else's business? Cash flow control is emotional control, because money always flows toward clarity and away from chaos. If you feel out of control with money, it's because you've given control away. You've let emotions run your cash flow. Impulse spending, treat yourself, culture, instant gratification. All of it drains your potential. The wealthy are emotionally detached from money. They treat it like a tool, not a trophy. They respect it. They direct it. They protect it. Money follows discipline, not dreams. And every time you direct your cash flow with discipline, you build financial confidence. Confidence that compounds. 7. The power of automation. You cannot rely on willpower. Willpower fails. Systems don't. Set up automatic transfers the same day your paycheck hits. You should never see your savings. It should happen behind the scenes. Because when you automate wealth, you remove friction. When you remove friction, you remove excuses. This is how money actually works. It's not about motivation, it's about mechanics. The wealthy don't think, I'll try to save. They think, my system saves for me. And that one difference, that shift from effort to automation, changes everything. 8. The financial truth. Here's the truth. You don't need to earn more to feel wealthy. You need to control what you already have. When you master cash flow, you master money. When you master money, you master freedom. Because every dollar you command is a worker. It can either work for you or work against you. Control your cash flow, and your wealth will follow. Ignore it, and you'll work for money forever. You have a choice with every dollar. Choose control. Choose growth. Choose ownership. That's how the rich operate. You've learned that wealth flows where attention goes, and money respects systems, not wishes. Now it's time to face the biggest financial weapon used against you every single day. The one that keeps millions enslaved for life. You can't control cash flow if you're drowning in interest payments. It's time to break free from financial slavery once and for all. Let's get this straight. Consumer debt is modern slavery. You might not wear chains, but if you owe, you're owned. You're working for someone else's empire while they collect interest off your labor. This is how the system is designed. Debt keeps you obedient. Debt keeps you distracted. Debt keeps you stuck. Because when you're buried in payments, you can't take risks. You can't invest. You can't walk away from a toxic job. You're trapped, not by your potential, but by your payments. That's not an accident. That's the plan. The financial system isn't broken. It's working exactly as intended. It was built to keep consumers consuming and creditors collecting. Every commercial, every ad, every 0% interest offer, they all speak the same language, debt. They promise comfort. They sell convenience. They whisper, "You deserve it." But what they're really saying is, sign your freedom away. The system doesn't want you wealthy, because the wealthy don't depend on credit. The wealthy own the system. The banks make money when you borrow. They profit off your impatience. And the longer you stay in debt, the longer you stay under control. That's why you must wake up. You must see debt for what it is, a wealth killer. This is not just about math. This is psychological warfare. Because debt creates dependency. And dependency destroys power. Let's separate truth from lies. Not all debt is equal. There's bad debt, and there's strategic debt. Bad debt buys things that lose value. Cars, clothes, vacations, gadgets, status. They feel good for a moment, then fade, but the payments remain. That's the consumer trap. Trading temporary pleasure for permanent payments. Good debt, on the other hand, buys assets. Assets that grow, cash flow, and appreciate. The rich use debt to build wealth. The poor use debt to look wealthy. The rich borrow to buy rental property, to build businesses, to acquire assets that pay them back. The poor borrow for shoes, furniture, and phones that lose half their value the moment they're bought. You must understand this difference, because how you use debt determines whether you control money or money controls you. This is how money actually works. Debt doesn't just drain your wallet. It drains your mind. It kills creativity. It kills confidence. It kills peace. Every time that payment hits, it whispers, "You don't own your life." You feel the weight, month after month. You start to believe you will always owe someone. You stop thinking like an owner and start thinking like a servant. That's what debt does. It creates fear. Fear of missing payments. Fear of losing credit. Fear of starting over. And fear is the enemy of freedom. Money follows discipline, not dreams. And debt destroys discipline because it keeps you reactive instead of proactive. The wealthy plan their financial moves. The indebted defend theirs. You must break those psychological chains first, because financial freedom starts in your mind before it shows up in your bank account. Let's talk numbers. If you owe $10,000 on a credit card at 18% interest and pay only the minimum each month, you'll be in debt for nearly 20 years and pay over $20,000 in interest. Double the cost. Double the waste. That's not money lost. That's time lost. You worked for that money. You traded your hours for it. And now it's gone because you didn't control your urges. That's the trade-off the system hides from you. Every dollar of interest is a dollar stolen from your future. Every payment delays your freedom. This is why the first step to wealth isn't investing, it's debt elimination. You can't build a tower of wealth on a foundation of debt. You must clear the ground first. Here's how you take control, starting today. Step 1. Stop creating new debt. That's non-negotiable. You can't escape a hole while digging deeper. Cut up the cards. Delete saved payment info. Freeze temptation at the source. You don't need permission to stop spending money you don't have. Step 2. List every debt. All of it. Credit cards, car loans, personal loans. Write down the balance, interest rate, and minimum payment. Face it. Don't flinch. Don't hide from the truth. Step 3. Choose your attack strategy. There are 2 main methods. Debt snowball. Start with the smallest balance first. Every time you pay one off, roll that payment into the next. It builds momentum. Debt avalanche. Attack the highest interest rate first. It saves you the most money long term. Pick one. Stick with it. Discipline over speed. Step 4. Redirect every extra dollar. Side hustle income, tax returns, bonuses. Throw it all at your debt. Every payment is a punch against your financial prison. And when you eliminate one debt, don't celebrate with spending. Celebrate with freedom. Because freedom is the only real reward worth chasing. Once you've destroyed the bad debt, you can use debt differently, strategically. The rich understand that leverage multiplies results, but only when the borrowed money produces income. Example, using a mortgage to buy a rental property that generates more income than the loan costs. That's good debt. That's wealth leverage. Or borrowing to buy machinery that increases your business revenue. That's productive debt. But there's one rule. If the debt doesn't make you money, it's making you poorer. Debt must always serve your goals, never your impulses. You control the debt. It never controls you. That's the mindset shift that separates the poor from the wealthy. The world profits when you stay in debt, but you profit when you break free. Every payment you make toward freedom weakens their control. Every debt you destroy strengthens your future. You don't need permission to escape the system. You need a plan. And now you have one. Because the truth is simple. You cannot serve 2 masters, debt and freedom. You must choose. And every dollar you direct with discipline brings you closer to owning your life again. Money follows discipline, not dreams. You have a choice with every dollar. Choose freedom. That's the difference between broke and wealthy, that you've destroyed the myth that debt is normal. You've seen how the system profits from your payments and how to take your power back. Now it's time to build the foundation for unstoppable financial growth. Because escaping debt is only the beginning. Next, we'll build wealth like the rich do. Automatically, predictably, and relentlessly. Let's be clear. Wealth isn't built by working harder. It's built by owning. Every rich person you admire, they don't trade time for money. They own things that produce money. That's the difference. That's the entire game. You can work 40 years and never get ahead. But if you own assets, even small ones, you build wealth while you sleep. Wealth doesn't come from activity. It comes from ownership. This is how money actually works. Let's start with the truth that most people never face. If your only source of income is your job, you are one decision away from disaster. Lose the job, lose the paycheck. Lose the paycheck. Lose the life you built around it. That's not security. That's dependency. And dependency is the enemy of wealth. Because the moment you depend on someone else's decision to survive, you've surrendered your freedom. Understand this. Your labor is limited. Your hours are finite. You can't scale time. But assets scale infinitely. The wealthy don't work harder. They multiply their output through ownership. Every dollar they earn gets reinvested into something that earns for them. You buy assets, or you stay broke. That's the dividing line. Let's define it clearly. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket. A liability is anything that takes it out. It's not about what looks valuable. It's about what produces value. Your car. Liability. It loses money every day you drive it. Your house. Depends. If it generates income, it's an asset. If it just costs you, it's not. Your business. Potentially an asset. If it runs without your constant labor. An asset earns while you sleep. A liability costs you while you rest. That's the filter you must start using for every financial decision. Does this make me richer or poorer? Ask that question before every purchase. Ask it before every commitment. That one question can save you years of financial pain. So, what do the rich actually own? They own 4 primary asset classes. 1. Businesses. This is the top tier. A business is the ultimate asset because it can generate infinite income. The catch: it must eventually run without you. If you have to show up every day, you don't own a business, you own a job. 2. Real estate. Rental properties, commercial spaces, land. Real estate creates passive cash flow and long-term appreciation. The rich use leverage, smart debt, to buy properties that others pay off for them. 3. Paper assets. Stocks, index funds, bonds, ETFs. This is where your money works silently. You can own pieces of the world's biggest companies and get paid through dividends and growth. 4. Intellectual and digital assets. Books, courses, software, royalties. These are modern wealth machines, scalable, low-cost, and borderless. Once created, they can pay you forever. Every wealthy person builds a combination of these. They diversify income, but centralize focus. They stack cash-flowing assets until money becomes automatic. That's how you build the asset machine. Let's walk through the transformation. Right now, your goal might be survival, paying bills, staying afloat. That's fine, but that can't be the destination. Step 1 is earning. Step 2 is converting earned income into ownership income. The poor spend what they earn. The middle class save what they earn. The rich own what they earn. They redirect every spare dollar into something that multiplies itself. A $500 stock purchase. A $100 micro business. A $1,000 investment in a skill that increases income. Each one of those is a seed. And wealth is the result of planting enough seeds and waiting long enough for them to grow. It's not about getting rich fast. It's about getting rich for sure. Money follows discipline, not dreams. You have to build the discipline to buy assets every month, no matter how small. Even if it's $20, $50, or $100. You're not buying things. You're buying freedom. Cash flow is the lifeblood of your wealth engine. You can own assets that look good on paper, but destroy your cash flow. And that's a trap. Positive cash flow means the asset pays you more than it costs to maintain. Negative cash flow means the asset is eating your income. Always focus on cash flow first, appreciation second. That's how the rich survive downturns and crises. They own assets that produce income no matter what. Your goal is simple. Build enough monthly cash flow from assets to cover your expenses. Once that happens, you are free. Your time becomes yours again. You're no longer working to live. Your money is. That's the turning point where wealth truly begins. The biggest mistake most people make? They treat investing like an event instead of a system. The rich automate it. Every month, money moves automatically from income, investments, assets. No emotion, no hesitation, no debate, because emotion is the enemy of wealth. Discipline builds it. Set up automatic transfers to your investment accounts. Automatically reinvest dividends. Automatically buy more every month. You don't need motivation when you have automation. That's how compounding works, quietly, relentlessly, consistently. Every dollar you invest becomes a worker. And the more workers you have, the faster your financial freedom grows. That's the wealth engine. Assets working for you while you focus on building more. Let's get something straight. You don't need to be a financial genius to build wealth. You just need to stop behaving like a consumer and start behaving like an owner. The poor chase excitement. The wealthy chase systems. You can't out-earn bad habits. You can only out-discipline them. It's not about income. It's about behavior. If you're disciplined enough to invest consistently for 10 years, you'll outperform 95% of people who keep chasing the next big thing. Because consistency beats brilliance every time. Money respects routine. It multiplies through structure. This is how money actually works. Here's your next move. 1. Earn, save, invest. Every dollar that enters your life must have a job. Spend consciously, save strategically, invest automatically. 2. Focus on one asset class first. Pick a lane, stocks, real estate, or a side business. Learn deeply, act consistently. 3. Reinforce success. Reinvest profits. Let your gains create more gains. That's how you compound. That's how you escape. 4. Build systems, not stress. Make money flow automatically. The less you need to think about it, the faster it grows. You're not chasing money anymore. You're building machines that print it. That's the mindset of wealth. The rich don't work for money. Their money works for them. That's not a slogan. That's the structure of wealth itself. You have 2 choices. You can spend your life paying for things that make others rich, or you can spend your life building things that make you rich. You don't need permission to build wealth. You just need to start owning. Ownership equals freedom, and every asset you acquire is another brick in your freedom wall. You have a choice with every dollar. Make it a choice that buys your time back. That's the difference between broke and wealthy. You've built the foundation of your asset machine. You understand that ownership is the path to freedom, not hours worked. Now it's time to protect what you're building, because creating wealth is only half the battle. Keeping it requires strategy. Let's get this straight. You're not broke because you're dumb. You're broke because you were never taught how money actually works. That's the truth. School teaches you how to earn money, but it never teaches you how to keep it, how to multiply it, or how to make it work for you. You were trained to be a worker, not an owner, a consumer, not an investor, an employee, not an entrepreneur. That's not a mistake. That's the system doing exactly what it was designed to do. Because if everyone understood money, the system would collapse. If everyone became financially free, nobody would clock in. If everyone built wealth, nobody could be controlled. That's why financial ignorance is profitable, just not for you. Think back to school. You were told to study hard, get good grades, get a good job. But nobody told you how to build assets. Nobody taught you about compound interest, cash flow, or capital gains. Nobody explained that a paycheck is the most heavily taxed income there is. Why? Because the system doesn't benefit from your financial independence. It benefits from your financial obedience. You were educated to fit inside a system, not to rise above it. That's why most people stay stuck. They're financially illiterate. They don't understand how money moves, grows, or hides. They only know how to earn it and spend it. That's the poverty trap. And the first step out is education. Not traditional education. Not degrees or diplomas. I'm talking about financial education, the real kind. Learning how money works, how wealth is created, and how to make it work for you. Here's the difference between broke and wealthy people in one sentence. The broke think about spending money. The wealthy think about allocating capital. Same dollar, different mindset, different outcome. When a broke person gets paid, they ask, "What can I buy?" When a wealthy person gets paid, they ask, "Where can I put this to grow?" That's it. That's the fork in the road. One road leads to consumption. The other leads to ownership. You must rewire your thinking. Every dollar you touch is a seed, not for spending, but for planting. Money follows intelligence. Money follows strategy. Money follows discipline, not dreams. That's why you must learn. Constantly. Relentlessly. Because the financially uneducated become the financially enslaved. And every piece of financial knowledge you gain is a chain you break. Money has a language. And if you don't speak it, you'll always be at a disadvantage. You can't win a game you don't understand. The wealthy speak in terms like cash flow, money in minus money out, equity, ownership stake that grows over time, ROI, return on investment, leverage, using other people's money or time to multiply returns, depreciation, assets, liabilities, capital gains, compound interest. These aren't fancy words. They're power words. They describe how wealth is moved, protected, and multiplied. If you don't understand them, you'll work for someone who does. Financial education gives you sight. It shows you opportunities that others can't see. It reveals the game behind the curtain, the one the wealthy are playing while everyone else is distracted by paychecks and bills. Every time you learn a new money term, your financial IQ grows. And as your financial IQ grows, so does your net worth. This is how money actually works. Financial ignorance is the most expensive thing you'll ever pay for. It costs you in bad decisions. It costs you in wasted time. It costs you in lost opportunities. Think about it. How many people lose money to high-interest debt, payday loans, or car payments simply because they don't understand interest? How many people never invest because they don't trust the stock market, yet hand their future to a single employer who could replace them tomorrow? Ignorance isn't harmless. It's fatal, financially fatal. Every dollar you don't understand, someone else does, and they're using it against you. That's why your greatest investment is not the market, not real estate, not crypto. It's your mind. Knowledge compounds faster than money ever will. You can lose cash. You can lose assets. But once you understand how money works, you can rebuild everything. Because education makes you indestructible, you don't need a classroom to become financially educated. You need commitment. Here's your playbook. 1. Read one wealth book per month. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The Millionaire Next Door. The Psychology of Money. Start with the classics, then move to specialized topics. 2. Follow the money masters. Listen to podcasts. Watch interviews. Learn how investors, entrepreneurs, and wealth builders think. Study their habits, not their hype. 3. Track your own finances weekly. Numbers don't lie. If you want to master money, you have to face it. Income, expenses, assets, liabilities every week. Know your numbers. 4. Teach what you learn. If you can explain it, you understand it. Share it with your kids, your friends, your community. The more you teach, the sharper your financial mind becomes. That's how you create a cycle of education. Not just for yourself, but for those around you. You're not just learning for you. You're breaking generational ignorance. Every millionaire follows the same pattern, whether they know it or not. Learn. They absorb knowledge about money, non-stop. Earn. They apply what they know to generate income. Reinvest. They send that income to work, buying more assets. Teach. They share what they've learned, and that knowledge spreads. That's the cycle of wealth creation. And it starts with step 1, learning. You can't skip that part. You can't fake it. You can't build what you don't understand. You must become a student of wealth before you become a master of it. Money follows knowledge. Money follows intelligence. Money follows discipline, not dreams. That here's the truth nobody tells you. You're one skill away from transforming your financial life. Not 10. 1. It might be learning how to invest. It might be understanding taxes. It might be mastering how to read a financial statement or automate your savings. Whatever it is, one skill can change your entire trajectory. Financial education isn't optional. It's survival. Because in today's world, if you don't learn how money works, you'll work for the rest of your life, for people who do. You don't need permission to become financially educated. You just need hunger. Because once you understand money, you'll never fear it again. That's the difference between broke and wealthy. You now know the hidden power of financial education, the key that unlocks every door in the wealth game. But knowledge alone isn't enough, because education without action is just entertainment. Next, we turn what you've learned into a system, a real, repeatable framework for wealth. Let me tell you a truth most people can't handle. It's not about income. It's about discipline. You don't need a six-figure salary to be wealthy. You need control. You need consistency. You need a plan. Because money doesn't respect how much you make. Money respects how well you manage it. That's the difference between broke and wealthy. Everyone thinks the answer to their money problems is more income. If I just made double, I'd be fine. If I had that raise, I'd finally get ahead. No, you wouldn't. Because if you can't manage $3,000 a month, you won't manage $10,000 a month. You'll just spend more faster. Money magnifies who you are. If you're undisciplined, more income just multiplies your chaos. If you're disciplined, more income multiplies your growth. That's why 90% of lottery winners end up broke. They were handed money without the mindset to manage it. They skipped the lesson and paid the price. The problem isn't how much money flows in. The problem is how much leaks out. You have a choice with every dollar. Spend it or build with it. Consume it or invest it. Feed your comfort or feed your future. That choice determines your destiny, not your paycheck. Money discipline is not sexy. It's not flashy. It's boring. But it's powerful. Wealth isn't built in a single big move. It's built in small, repeated decisions. Daily, weekly, monthly. The disciplined create systems that work even when motivation fades. They automate their investments. They track every expense. They budget before they buy. They live below their means, not because they have to, but because they choose to. They understand one thing. Every dollar has a job. The broke let their money wander. The wealthy assign every dollar a mission. That's how money actually works. Discipline is the foundation. Without it, every dollar is a disaster waiting to happen. Let's talk psychology for a second. Most people aren't broke because of lack of money. They're broke because of lack of control. They chase dopamine, not dividends. They use money to feel better today instead of building better tomorrows. That's why payday hits, and it's gone by Monday. Every impulse purchase is a decision to delay freedom. Every treat yourself moment is often a trap yourself moment in disguise. Money discipline isn't about deprivation, it's about direction. It's about mastering yourself before you try to master the market. Because if you can't control your impulses, the world will always control your outcomes. You have to build internal authority over your money. When that paycheck lands, you decide where it goes. Not your habits, not your emotions, not your cravings. That's financial maturity. That's money mastery. Let's make this practical. Here are the 3 laws that separate disciplined wealth builders from financial drifters. Law number 1. Pay yourself first. Before you pay the bills. Before you buy anything. You pay you. A minimum of 10% of your income goes straight to your investments. Non-negotiable. That's your future rent. Your future freedom, your future peace of mind. If you can't live on 90% of your income, you won't survive on 100%. Paying yourself first builds the discipline muscle that grows wealth automatically. Law number 2, track every dollar. What gets measured gets mastered. If you don't track your spending, you're flying blind. Use an app. Use a spreadsheet. Use a notebook. It doesn't matter. What matters is awareness. Because awareness creates discipline, and discipline creates freedom. Law number 3, automate your future. The best way to stay disciplined is to remove emotion. Automation does that. Set automatic transfers to your investment accounts. Set auto bills for your necessities. When money moves without emotion, wealth happens without friction. Automation protects you from your impulses. And over time, that's what builds empires. You want the truth? Wealth is built in routines that would bore most people to death. Budgeting every month, tracking net worth every quarter, investing every paycheck, reading about money instead of scrolling about nonsense. It's not glamorous. It's not entertaining. It's discipline, over and over and over. While others chase the next trend, the disciplined stack assets. While others brag about purchases, the disciplined accumulate freedom. While others hope for luck, the disciplined plan for wealth. You don't need hype. You need habits. Because consistency compounds. And compounding turns ordinary people into extraordinary success stories. Every day, you're in a battle between discipline and desire. Desire whispers, "You deserve it." Discipline reminds you, "You deserve better." Desire wants to look rich. Discipline wants to be rich. Desire buys liabilities. Discipline builds assets. That's the daily fight. Every time you choose discipline, you push your future closer. Every time you choose desire, you push it away. The truth is, discipline is freedom disguised as restriction. Because every dollar you control today buys you options tomorrow. Freedom is the ability to say no, not just to things, but to stress, debt, and dependence. That's why money discipline beats high income every single time. Here's what a disciplined money routine looks like. Simple, powerful, and repeatable. Every morning, check your accounts for awareness. Never let money move without your knowledge. Every week, review your spending. Cut waste. Adjust your budget to align with your goals. Every month, invest automatically. Transfer your pay yourself first amount. Review your net worth and savings rate. Every quarter, raise your investment rate by 1 to 2%. Challenge yourself to grow your gap, the difference between what you earn and what you spend. That's the game. Not getting rich fast, but getting rich certainly. Wealth isn't speed. It's structure. You don't need permission to build wealth. You just need the discipline to repeat the right moves. Discipline doesn't just build money. It builds peace. When you know your bills are covered, your investments are growing, and your goals are funded, that's freedom. That's calm. Most people think financial peace comes from earning more. It doesn't. It comes from control. Discipline removes chaos. Chaos is expensive. Clarity is profitable. When you master discipline, you eliminate anxiety. You stop worrying about what if, because you've already handled what now. That's what true financial security feels like. Look at the millionaires who started with nothing. They didn't get lucky. They didn't find a shortcut. They built systems. They lived on less. They saved consistently. They reinvested relentlessly. They made boring financial decisions that produced exciting results. Meanwhile, high-income earners with no discipline live paycheck to paycheck, trapped by lifestyle inflation and ego. That's why money discipline beats high income always. Because income buys comfort. Discipline buys freedom. And freedom is the ultimate currency. You don't need more money to change your life. You need more control. Discipline is the lever that moves everything. It's the bridge between goals and results. It's the invisible force behind every wealthy person you admire. Money follows discipline, not dreams. You have a choice with every dollar, and that choice compounds into your destiny. Start today. Get disciplined. Track every dollar. Pay yourself first. Automate your wealth, because the day you master discipline is the day you stop chasing money, and money starts chasing you. That's how money actually works, that you've learned that discipline beats income, that control is greater than cash. Now it's time to use that discipline to create a powerful system that works even when you don't. Because real wealth isn't just earned, It's engineered. Here's a harsh truth. If you're not investing, you're getting poorer every single day. Not figuratively, literally, because inflation doesn't sleep. It doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care how hard you work or how much you save. Every year, the cost of living rises: rent, food, fuel, everything. And while you sit there stacking cash in a savings account, inflation quietly eats it alive. That's not wealth. That's financial decay. You must understand this. Saving makes you safe. Investing makes you free. Safety without growth is just a slower form of losing. So if your money isn't growing, it's dying. And if it's not working harder than you are, you're falling behind. That's how money actually works. Inflation is the tax you never voted for. It steals from everyone, especially the ones too afraid to invest. When you leave money sitting idle, you're losing purchasing power every month. What cost $100 last year now costs $103. Next year, $106. That's compounding, but in reverse. The rich understand this game. They don't save cash, they deploy it. They move it into assets that beat inflation, assets that rise in value as the dollar falls. Meanwhile, the poor cling to security. They feel good seeing numbers in a bank account, not realizing those numbers buy less every year. You can't outsave inflation. You can only outinvest it. You must choose comfort today or freedom tomorrow. That's the difference between broke and wealthy. Let's clear a myth. Investing isn't gambling. Gambling is betting on luck. Investing is betting on systems, time, and discipline. The stock market isn't a casino. It's a marketplace for ownership. When you buy a stock, you're buying a piece of a company that produces real value. When you buy real estate, you're buying land, something they're not making any more of. When you buy digital assets, you're buying into systems that scale globally. The poor see investing as risky. The wealthy see not investing as suicidal. Because here's the truth. There's risk in everything. There's risk in inaction. There's risk in saving. There's risk in staying broke. The only way to reduce risk is through knowledge and consistency, not avoidance. So stop seeing investing as a gamble. Start seeing it as participation in the economy's growth. Every day you hesitate, you're letting other people's money compound while yours sits still. Money follows discipline, not dreams. And investing is where that discipline becomes wealth. You don't need to be a financial genius. You don't need to predict markets or read charts all day. You just need a consistent, intelligent plan. Let's simplify. Step 1. Build your base. You need a safety net, an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months' expenses. That's your peace account. It keeps you from panicking. You don't invest your peace money. You protect it. Step 2. Automate your investments. Set up automatic monthly contributions to low-cost index funds or ETFs. That's the ownership account. It's where your wealth is born. You don't time the market. You spend time in the market. Step 3. Expand your assets. Once your base grows, add real estate, dividend stocks, digital income streams, or small business ownership. Each new asset adds a layer of protection and a new stream of income. That's the game. Start small, stay consistent, and let compounding do the heavy lifting. You don't need perfect timing. You need perfect discipline. Investing isn't just about money. It's about mindset. Poor people think, I can't afford to invest. Wealthy people think, I can't afford not to. The poor chase consumption. The rich chase compounding. When you buy a liability, a car, clothes, gadgets, the pleasure fades. The debt remains. When you buy an asset, the growth compounds, and the pleasure multiplies. You must rewire your financial identity from spender to owner. Ask yourself with every dollar, am I buying comfort or am I buying freedom? You have a choice with every dollar. And if you don't decide to invest it, someone else will. your landlord, your lender, your employer, or the corporations selling you distractions. This is how money actually works. Those who understand it make it. Those who don't, fund those who do. There are 4 core wealth paths, and you should be on at least one. 1. The market path, stocks and index funds. You own parts of the world's greatest companies. They innovate, grow, and you get a piece of the profit. Over time, this builds silent wealth, steady, consistent, unstoppable. 2. The real estate path, property and cash flow. You buy real assets that generate rent and depreciate over time. People always need shelter. Inflation drives values higher. Real estate builds wealth in slow motion, but it lasts for generations. 3. The digital path, online income assets. Digital products, courses, content, intellectual property. Build once, earn forever. Leverage technology to escape time for money traps. 4. The business path, ownership and equity. Start your own or invest in someone else's. Businesses create the biggest wealth jumps because nothing compounds faster than ownership. You don't need all 4 today. You just need one, and the discipline to master it. The number 1 wealth killer? Analysis paralysis. People spend years researching and waiting for the right time. Guess what? There is no perfect time. The best time to invest was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Start small. Start messy. Start scared. Because the only thing worse than making a small mistake is making no move at all. The wealthy learn by doing. The broke wait for certainty. And waiting is the most expensive decision of all. Money follows action, not hesitation. You don't need permission to build wealth. You just need movement. Investing isn't just numbers. It's emotions. Markets go up. Markets go down. And when they crash, the weak sell, the disciplined buy. The secret to long-term success isn't timing. It's temperament. Control your emotions, and you'll control your wealth. Remember, volatility isn't loss. Selling in panic is loss. Every crash in history has been followed by recovery, and every recovery has rewarded those who stayed in the game. Investors think decades. Consumers think days. Investors play for freedom. Consumers play for comfort. Which one are you? You will never save your way to wealth. You can only invest your way to freedom. Your job earns money. Your discipline multiplies it. Your investments liberate it. Money follows discipline, not dreams. And investing is the ultimate discipline. If your money isn't working harder than you are, you're already falling behind. Every dollar left idle is a soldier left off the battlefield. Put it to work. Invest early. Invest often. Invest always. That's how money actually works, that you've learned how to make money work for you. Through ownership, compounding, and courage. But even when you start investing, there's one invisible enemy still stealing your wealth, your lifestyle. Let's confront it head on, that if you have only one source of income, you're one decision away from disaster. One layoff, one medical bill, one bad month, and it's over. That's not stability. That's financial fragility. One paycheck is one point of failure, and the wealthy never rely on a single point of failure. They build layers. They build systems. They build multiple streams of income that protect, multiply, and free them. Because freedom isn't having a high salary. Freedom is when your income comes from places that don't require your constant effort. That's how money actually works, that you've been told your job is your safety. It's not. It's your leash. A job gives you comfort until it doesn't. Until the company downsizes. Until the economy shifts. Until someone in a boardroom decides your role no longer exists. That's not control. That's dependency. And dependency is the opposite of wealth. The middle class worships the job. They cling to the illusion of stability. They call side hustles risky. But here's the truth. The riskiest thing you can do is rely on one source of income in a world that changes every month. The wealthy don't chase job security. They build income security. They create multiple streams that flow, even when one dries up. That's the difference between broke and wealthy. Here's a simple, brutal formula for freedom. Build one new income stream per year for 5 years. Year 1, learn the process. Year 2, replicate success. Year 3, scale and automate. Year 4, diversify. Year 5, optimize and protect. 5 years, 5 streams, 1 unshakable financial foundation. Imagine a main job income, a side business, a rental property, a dividend portfolio, a digital product that sells 24/7. That's not fantasy. That's strategy. That's how financial independence becomes math, not a miracle. Because when one stream slows, the others keep flowing. You can't drown if the current keeps moving. You have a choice with every hour you work. Will you trade it once, or will you build something that pays you forever? We talk about compounding money, but income can compound too. Your first side hustle teaches you how to earn. Your second teaches you how to scale. Your third teaches you leverage. Your fourth starts paying for your life. Each one stacks on top of the other. Knowledge compounds. Skills compound. Cash flow compounds. That's how ordinary people become financially unstoppable. But it doesn't happen by accident. You build it one disciplined decision at a time. You say no to Netflix and yes to learning. You say no to instant gratification and yes to ownership. You say no to I can't and yes to I'll figure it out. Because money follows discipline, not dreams. Let's get tactical. There are only 3 types of income that matter. 1. Active income. What you earn when you trade time for money. Your job. Your freelancing. Your services. It pays the bills, but it owns your time. 2. Semi-passive income. What you earn with systems. Affiliate links, small businesses, YouTube channels, online stores. You build once, then maintain. It's not set and forget, but it scales beyond your hours. 3. Passive income. What you earn when your money or ideas work for you. Dividends, royalties, rents, investments. It's freedom income. It doesn't need your presence, only your intelligence and patience. The poor live only on active income. The middle class might flirt with semi-passive income. The wealthy live off passive income. That's not luck. That's design. You don't need all 3 today, but you must start moving toward the third, because freedom lives there. Stop waiting for the perfect idea. You don't need perfect, you need progress. Start simple. Start with something you understand. Ask yourself 3 questions. What skill do I already have that solves a problem? Who needs that problem solved badly enough to pay for it? How can I deliver that value online or automatically? That's your first stream. If you cook, teach recipes online. If you write, ghostwrite, blog, or publish guides. If you fix, make tutorials or offer consulting. If you lead, create digital courses or mastermind groups. Don't overthink it. Monetize what you know. Systematize what you do. Scale what works. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You just need to start rolling it to tears where most people fail. They start hustles, but never build systems. They grind endlessly. No automation. No delegation. No compounding. And then they burn out, not realizing they've just built another job for themselves. The wealthy think differently. They ask, how can I make this run without me? That's how a side hustle becomes a system. And systems are the foundation of multiple income streams. Systemize, automate, delegate, repeat. That's how you turn a one-person hustle into a money machine. Because the goal isn't to work more. It's to build streams that flow while you sleep. You're not chasing dollars anymore. You're building cash flow infrastructure. This is how money actually works. If you only think like an employee, you'll only ever earn like one. You have to think like a builder. Builders don't wait for raises. They create revenue. You can't ask permission to build wealth. You take responsibility for it. Every new stream you build is a vote for freedom. Every system you create is another day your future self won't have to work. You can't get wealthy on wages alone. You get wealthy when your money and your ideas both produce income. This is the mental evolution, from I work for money to I build systems that produce money. The more systems you have, the freer you become. That's the mindset that separates consumers from creators. Let's make this real. Imagine you start today. You build a small ebook business that earns $300 a month. Next year, you add dividend stocks that pay $200 a month. Year 3, you buy a rental property that nets $500 a month. Year 4, you launch an online course that brings $700 a month. Year 5, you start a consulting side business that adds $1,000 a month. That's $2,700 per month, without clocking into a second job. That's over $32,000 a year of independent income. Income that doesn't need permission. Income that compounds while you live your life. Now, stack that for 10 years, and you're unbreakable. You've built what the middle class dreams about but never commits to. Freedom through diversification. You can lose a client, quit a job, or take a break, and your life doesn't collapse. That's the power of multiple streams of income. But don't mistake motion for progress. Don't chase 10 hustles and master none. Wealth is built through focus, systemization, and scaling. Start one. Make it profitable. Automate it. Then start the next. Discipline builds freedom. Scattered effort builds frustration. You have a choice with every project. Build a stream or stay stuck in the flood. The wealthy stay focused long enough for compounding to work. That's the difference between busy people and wealthy people. Money follows discipline, not dreams. You don't need luck. You need leverage. And leverage is built through multiple streams of income. 1 stream keeps you alive. 2 make you stable. 3 make you free. Because wealth isn't about working harder. It's about making money flow from more than one source. The poor rely on effort. The wealthy rely on systems. This is how money actually works. You don't escape the rat race by running faster. You escape by building more wheels that you've learned how to multiply income streams and protect yourself from financial fragility. But there's one final skill that separates rich from broke: the ability to protect and manage what you've built. Because making money is one skill. Keeping it is another. You don't arrive at wealth. You maintain it. You expand it. You protect it. The second you think you've made it, you've already started losing it. Wealth isn't a finish line. It's a lifestyle. It's not a destination. It's a discipline. The rich don't chase money. They chase freedom. They chase control. They chase legacy. Because money without purpose disappears. That's the final rule of money mastery. Never arrive. Most people think wealth has a finish line. They say, once I make 6 figures, I'm set. Once I buy the house, I'll be happy. Once I retire, I'll finally relax. That mindset is poison. Because the moment you think you've arrived, you stop doing what got you there. You stop learning. You stop improving. You stop paying attention. And that's when wealth starts to rot, quietly, invisibly, from the inside out. Money doesn't reward complacency. Money rewards motion. That's why the wealthy keep moving. They don't settle. They evolve. When the middle class says, "I've made it," the wealthy say, "What's next?" That's the difference between broke and wealthy. You want to know how the wealthy think. They see money as the scoreboard, not the game. Money is how you measure how well you're playing, not why you play. You can't win the game of life chasing numbers on a screen. You win by mastering control, time, and options. Because that's what money really buys, choices. When you're broke, your life is dictated by circumstances. When you're wealthy, it's directed by decisions. You decide what to do. You decide who to work with. You decide what matters. That's real wealth. Freedom, not figures. Control, not comfort. Purpose, not possessions. This is how money actually works. Let's talk about the most dangerous wealth killer, comfort. Comfort kills more dreams than failure ever could. You work hard. You build a cushion. You start to feel safe. And then you stop pushing. That's when growth stops. That's when hunger fades. That's when mediocrity creeps in disguised as security. But here's the truth. Wealth doesn't sustain itself. It demands discipline. It demands energy. It demands constant vigilance. You can't coast your way to lasting prosperity. You can't relax your way into legacy. Money respects consistency, not comfort. If you don't stay sharp, if you don't stay hungry, money finds someone who will. You either control your wealth or it controls you. You either grow or you decay. There's no neutral zone. There are two types of people: those who chase lifestyle and those who build legacy. Lifestyle thinkers buy liabilities to look rich. Legacy thinkers build systems to stay rich. Lifestyle thinkers measure success by what they consume. Legacy thinkers measure success by what they create. Lifestyle fades. Legacy compounds. The poor want to look wealthy today. The wealthy want to make their great-grandchildren free tomorrow. That's the shift. That's the mindset that turns money into meaning. You have a choice with every dollar: to buy comfort now or control later. That choice determines your destiny. Because wealth without purpose is temporary, but wealth with vision becomes eternal. Here's something most people never realize. Money doesn't change you, it exposes you. If you're reckless when you're broke, you'll be reckless when you're rich. If you're generous when you're broke, you'll be generous when you're rich. If you're lazy when you're broke, you'll be lazy when you're rich. Money amplifies who you already are. That's why wealth requires inner discipline before outer success. Because if you don't master your emotions, your impulses, your mindset, no amount of money will save you from yourself. You don't need more cash. You need more control. That's the foundation of lasting wealth. Because it's not about income, it's about behavior. Wealth isn't a one-time event. It's a cycle, a rhythm, a loop. Step 1, earn, create value. Build income streams. Stack cash. Step 2, grow, invest it wisely. Let your money compound. Step 3, protect, insure it. Diversify it. Guard it from bad habits and bad advice. Step 4, repeat, go again. Stronger, smarter, sharper. That's the system. That's how money actually works. When most people arrive, they stop at step 2. They grow their wealth, but never protect it. Or they protect it, but stop growing. That's how fortunes disappear. One generation builds it, the next enjoys it, the third destroys it. Why? Because the discipline fades. But if you live in the loop, earn, grow, protect, repeat, your wealth never dies. It compounds beyond you. That's the wealth mindset. The moment you stop learning, your wealth starts leaking. Markets change. Taxes change. Technology changes. You must evolve faster than the system does. The rich stay curious. They read. They study. They adapt. They don't assume. They audit. They ask, where's my money going? What is it doing? Who is it working for? Because if you're not studying your money is studying how to leave you. Financial education doesn't end when you make money. That's when it becomes life or death. You don't graduate from this game. You either stay sharp or stay broke. Money follows discipline, not dreams, and education is discipline. Let me tell you something. Hunger beats hype every single time. The internet is full of noise. Everyone's winning. Everyone's crushing it. But real wealth doesn't shout. It stacks quietly. The wealthy don't waste time flexing. They spend time focusing. You don't need to impress anyone. You need to improve yourself. Stay hungry. Stay humble. Stay disciplined. Because the moment you start chasing validation, you lose the game. You're not here to look rich. You're here to become free. And freedom doesn't come from followers. It comes from fundamentals. This is how money actually works. There's a paradox in wealth. You must be content, but never complacent. Grateful, but never stagnant. Satisfied, but never soft. You must learn to balance appreciation with ambition. Yes, enjoy what you've built, but never forget, the moment you stop expanding, your wealth starts contracting. The world doesn't stand still. Inflation doesn't stop. Markets don't pause. So neither can you. You don't chase more out of greed. You chase more out of stewardship. You owe it to yourself, your family, and your future to keep growing. That's not obsession. That's responsibility. Wealth isn't a gift you hold. It's a garden you tend. Stop watering it, and it dies. Let's bring it home. You don't arrive at wealth. You earn it. You learn it. You guard it. Every day. Wealth isn't about the number in your account. It's about the mindset behind your actions. It's about the way you treat money, with respect, with strategy, with purpose. Because money follows behavior, and your behavior determines your destiny. Stay humble. Stay hungry. Stay in motion. Because wealth is not a goal, it's a lifestyle. It's not an event, it's a commitment. It's not luck, it's discipline. You don't need permission to build wealth. You just need to never stop that you've learned how to build, multiply, and protect your wealth. But the true test begins now, in your habits, your decisions, your discipline. Because wealth doesn't care what you know. It only responds to what you do. And now, you know how money actually works. The question is, will you? You've just learned the real path to wealth, not theory, not hype, the blueprint. The rich don't think like everyone else. They don't spend like everyone else. And they don't live by excuses. They build systems, not paychecks. They multiply, not consume. If you start applying these principles today, controlling cash flow, building assets, eliminating debt, and investing with purpose, your financial life will transform faster than you believe possible. But if you do nothing, nothing changes. The next 5 years are coming whether you act or not. The question is, will you still be trading time for money? Or will your money be working for you? Choose action. Choose wealth. Your new financial life starts right now.